Yo, what up fam? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to share my testimony of how I came to be a Christian. And I have to forewarn you, this isn't I was strung out on drugs, coming to Jesus, or near-death experience and I found the Lord. It's honestly a pretty normal, pretty straightforward story, but I think it's super relatable, and irregardless, it's something that I've wanted to share because it's important to why I'm on YouTube, to why I'm making these videos in the first place. So I was saved when I was 22, and the first 22 years of my life were defined by achievements and success. So I think it's pretty normal for middle school, high school, and college age kids to want to fit in. They want to be liked. They want to be cool and popular. It's just the overarching theme for that demographic. And honestly, I was no different. I just had this extra desire to be the best at everything that I did. And looking back, it was because I wanted to fit in, of course. That played itself out in a lot of different ways. So like lifting, my friends and I got super into working out, and we wanted to be the baddest dudes in the gym. And honestly, at the time, it was great. Like, it gave us a purpose. It gave us something to work towards, and we had a lot of fun doing it. And in all actuality, in college, we were some of the strongest dudes at Penn State, and so that was a good feeling. But as with most worldly achievements, that feeling of gratification fades, and towards the end of college, that played itself out once again I had questions about, like, is there more? Is there an afterlife? Because working out wasn't like just who I am. I was the same way with academics. I was the same way with just playing games with friends, whatever it may be. But I always was a reader, I was always a learner, and I was always a researcher. So those are some of my strongest suits. And people nowadays, they'll say, oh, like, you're so religious, you're so spiritual. But in all actuality, I'm a super practical, super factual person, and that's what led me to Christ ultimately. So towards the end of college, like I said, I just had questions about life after death. So I started reading a ton of books, asking a lot of questions. And it wasn't just Christianity first. My college roommate will tell you I was experiencing and experimenting with a lot of different things, whether it was meditation, Buddhism. But luckily, thank the Lord, my best friend was a Christian pretty much his whole life, and he was always planting seeds in my ear. But it was probably a 2 or 3 year journey where I was reading different books, I was talking to different people, and I can honestly remember one day, my junior year of college, I was interning that summer with a company in my hometown, and I was driving to work. It was in the morning, super sunny out, gorgeous day. And I was listening to music, and all of a sudden I just had this, like, I can't even explain it, but this emotion come over me, and everything literally clicked about the Bible, that Jesus is God in the flesh, that he came and died for our sins, so nailed all of our sins, past, present, and future, to the cross to reconcile broken humanity with the Lord, because no one is good. We all fall short. So based on the law and God's perfect holy standard, no one's good. So if you're out there saying, I'm good enough to go to heaven, I'm a good person, you're wrong. You're not. You never will be. And that's why God, in his infinite mercy, sent his son, Jesus Christ, to die for you, so that with a free gift of faith, you can put your hope and your trust in him, and he makes you perfect in God's eyes through his sacrifice. So the gospel just hit me, like, it all made sense. And in that moment, I know without a shadow of a doubt that I became a born-again Christian. And walking into work, I was literally just praying thanking the Lord for, what was happening. And so then from 22, I'm now 29. It's been quite the journey, and a warning to Christians: becoming a true believer is not easy. It doesn't mean your life's gonna get better. It doesn't mean that you're gonna be joyful all the time. Now, by nature, I'm a super content person. Like, I'm very monotone, but I'm always truly content. I very rarely have bad days, and I was honestly like that before I came to Christ. So that's just kind of my nature. But there's just so many false doctrines and false gospels being taught now, and it's truly sick, because hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people are being deceived by the devil, and they're believing myths and lies and things that aren't true. So I'm kind of getting off on a tangent here, but my point is this: as everybody knows, regardless of what you believe in this moment, life is short. We all take it for granted, and we're all gonna die. Those are facts that are undeniable. If the Bible is true, if Jesus is who he says he is the only way to heaven. Not Buddha, not any other religion, not any other faith, not doing enough works. So why wouldn't people at least take the time to explore that claim, right? So if you think that Jesus was a myth or was a lie, in any professional academic establishment, you would be laughed out of the room if you said Jesus was never alive and wasn't a real person. This was only 2,000 years ago. It's not like it was 2 million years ago. So there is incredible evidence, and so many things have been substantiated about Christ and his actual walking on this earth and his actual crucifixion, that if you think otherwise, you're just way off base and you're incredibly ignorant. Now, what that means, the question becomes what you do with Jesus. He's either the Son of God, and he is God, and he died for our sins, and he's the way to heaven, or he was a crazy, lying lunatic. There is no middle ground with Christ. He didn't want that to be an option. So if you're one of two people watching this video, you're either a Christian, you've received the free gift of salvation, the free gift of faith through Christ, or you haven't. There's no gray area. It's light and darkness, black and white when it comes to eternal matters. So it's important to explore these things, to spend time asking questions and working through your doubts. And that's why I'm here on YouTube, is to share different teachings and education with unbelievers, but more importantly, I'm here for fellowship with true believers, because, man, like I said, becoming a Christian isn't easy. There's so many struggles and battles, and Satan comes to kill and destroy, and you're probably gonna lose friends, and people are gonna think you're weird, and you're gonna become an outcast to society. But ultimately, it's so worth it for eternity with the creator of the universe in paradise. And so I could go on, and I kind of want to keep this short, but that's ultimately why I'm here, is for fellowship with believers, to encourage unbelievers to at least explore Christianity and the Bible. But if you're still here watching this, I thank you for watching this. I hope that you took something from it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, be sure to do so for all future videos. And I just pray that ultimately you guys become more aware of how fragile life is and how soon eternity is going to be here for all of us. And like I said, if Jesus is who he says he is, then that changes everything, and your life should look different, your priorities should be different. And that's what's happened in my life. There's been a lot of things that, man, I've wanted to change, but the only thing that's changed and has stuck with me has been Christ, and it's because he is God and the Spirit lives in me. And I'm obviously not perfect, no Christian is nor will ever be, but I can look back on the last 7 years and see incredible works that he's done in my life, and I'm just so thankful to be saved. And I honestly look forward to the next life. I'm gonna do what I can, because if I'm here with breath on this earth, the Lord has a plan for my life, and I know that. But ultimately, it's better to depart and be with the Lord. So, anywho, thanks again for watching. I'll catch up with y'all later. Peace.